concern we have about what is important in this country. Over the next 4 years, hundreds of millions of dollars will be used to commemorate and mark and celebrate the involvement of Australia in World War I. Over 62,000 young Australian men died on the European killing fields, and another 60,000 died of their injuries within 10 years of returning on the altar of Mammon. They died for the glory of God, King and country. Over the next 4 years, you will hear nothing about the anti-conscription movement in this country, which dominated political and social and community debate during World War I. Disparate elements, radical workers, trade unionists, Roman Catholics under the leadership of Archbishop Mannix, the women's movement, who during World War I stood shoulder to shoulder despite laws which make our anti-terrorist laws today seem mild in comparison, who paid an extreme price, but their sacrifice ensured that conscription referendums that were held in October 1916 and December 1917 were defeated. And why did the government call a referendum? Because it was concerned about revolt in the streets and a general strike. And they won those referendums, and they stopped another 60,000 young Australian men being sacrificed on the European killing fields for the glory of God, King and country. These are our people. They have been forgotten over the next 4 years. And we have had 2 significant events in the city of Melbourne in the last 2 months. On the 5th of August, a small group gathered outside the War Memorial to point out there is an alternative history in this country in World War I. And on Armistice Day, an even smaller group gathered outside the the Anglican church there, the cathedral, to highlight there is an alternative history. And over the next 4 years, we will be conducting ceremonies to mark important, pivotal events that occurred. Because if we don't reclaim our history, this militarism you hear about, this glorification of the past to suit the interests of the military-industrial complex today will become a reality. And that's why they don't want you to remember this country's history. And I make it my point to learn this country's history, because it's the history of the country which determines our future. And if we come here to celebrate Eureka, we're looked on as losers. We're looked on as idiots by the majority of people in this city who profit on a daily basis from the Eureka legend, from the death of men and women who paid the ultimate price for our liberties which we enjoy today, who refused to fly the Eureka flag on the Town Hall, on the main flagpole. How many Eureka flags did you see marching up here in this city? None. How many people know why we're here? Know about the 3rd of December, how important it is? Very few. And this is what history is about. They want us to forget our radical roots. They want us to forget where we came from. They want us to forget so we have no influence in the present and we can't change the future. But we will remember. Your presence here is a revolutionary act. Telling the truth, as George Orwell said, is a revolutionary act in a time of universal deceit. And 21st century Australia, not only do we continue to deny the atrocities of colonisation, not only do we continue to deny the atrocities of World War I, not only do we continue to deny the atrocity of the Eureka massacre, we now try for us to have collective amnesia, so we are not in a position to struggle. So I congratulate you for being here. It doesn't matter if there's 3 people. People said to me, 3 people here, it means it is alive. And I'd just like to congratulate you and applaud yourselves for making the effort to be here and putting what is wrong right in 2014. Thank you.